Hey there. Great to see so many of you slowly joining. I'm beyond excited to host today's webinar and hope to make it fun, engaging, and most importantly, packed with value for you. So I think let's get things rolling. For those that doesn't know me, my name is Loretta. Clients call me Lola, and I'm the Chief Customer Officer at Corebook. I'm here to bring big ideas to life, solve problems before they even exist, and celebrate every win like it's truly my own. In short, I'm about all things Corebook. If I have to define Corebook in short, then I would say we are designing a world where brand books are always on, never lost, and actually used. Our platform has been loved by such cool brands as Crocs, Miro, Chelsea Football Club, as well as top-notch agencies like Macan, Landor, Deloitte, including their clients. But that's enough of spotlight. Let's run through what's on the agenda for today. So today, we will kick things off with a big question. Why is Figma the first design platform we have integrated with? I will give you a quick breakdown on how it made the most sense for our entire Corebook team. Next, we will take a look at where the current workflow meets the Figma integration. I will walk you through practical features and how it streamlines your workflow. After that, we will jump into live demo. I guess that's what you wait for the most. You will see the plugin in action. And then we will do a quick recap of the key takeaways before opening the floor for a Q&A session. And I will stick around to answer any burning questions you have. All right, so why Figma? First and foremost, this was a community-driven decision shaped by countless discovery calls and conversations with our clients. While Adobe and Canva had their place, Figma clearly stood out with 43% of users calling in their go-to content creation tool. As well as the industry shift. With Adobe's XD closure, Figma has solidified its position as the leading prototyping tool, particularly for web layouts. Besides, also some statistics share that 6 Sense statistics share that Figma commands now more than 30.8% market share in the design software industry. So then where the current workflow meets Figma. I know we have some newbies here. So for you, let me just let you know that Corebook is a modular platform designed for interactive and scalable brand guidelines, built to be just as intuitive for non-designer team members as it is for designers. In other words, organize, manage, and maintain brand consistency effortlessly in a system that works for your whole branding team. With the new Figma plugin, designers unlock creativity and flexibility beyond the grid to design complex layouts with layered compositions, keeping everything structured, allowing you to transform Figma frames into fully functional Corebook modules. Copy text, attach files, and keep everything dynamic. I'm going to show you more of that later on. So when you create layouts in Corebook, they are designed to automatically adapt across different screen sizes, ensuring a seamless experience on both desktop and mobile devices. Additionally, also with one of the latest updates, now you have the flexibility to switch between vertical and horizontal cursor view, allowing for more customized and engaging presentation of your content. With a new Figma plugin, designers can fine-tune every detail of the desktop as well as mobile version, ensuring that every element is perfectly aligned with your creative vision. So in Corebook, We know that updating layouts has always been part of the process with seamless asset swaps on the Corebook side. Yet, with a new Figma plugin, updates can now be pushed directly from Figma to Corebook in just a click, keeping everything up to date without the hassle of re-exports. Bum. With the launch of Corebook Brand Asset Management tool, we have taken your brand assets and guidelines to the next level, bringing them together in a perfect sync so that your entire organization stays consistent in how your brand is presented, offering easy access to everything you need, all while giving you full control. So no more fragmented brand assets or confusing guidelines. BAM keeps everything aligned, accessible, and easy to manage across the teams and departments. So this means less confusion, better collaboration, and a stronger brand presence. Figma plugin takes that seamless experience even further, bringing your asset library from Corebook directly into Figma. So no longer switching tabs, no extra downloads, simply grab the assets instantly and stay in your workflow. As we all know, designers work best when everything is at their fingertips. The same goes actually for exporting your Figma designs directly to Corebook Asset Library. So enjoy that hassle-free process where your designs are always up to date and accessible for any project needs. As for local styles, Corebook ensures a seamless brand foundation setup within the project's global settings, prompting users to define brand essentials like colors, typography from the get-go, right? We can manage it all on our global settings. So wondering how this translates into Figma? That would be a great question. With a new plugin, effortlessly slaying brand colors and typos from Corebook to Figma. This way, you eliminate mistakes like mistyped hex codes or wrong font weights, ensuring seamless alignment on those small inconsistencies that have big impact on your overall brand design. Instead of fundamentals, get synced from Corebook to Figma with every new dashboard that you will create. Also that we'll show you later on. So as for later on, let's turn the dots into action. It's time for a quick walkthrough. I'm a bit nervous. Hope you're too with me. So first off, let's dive into our Corebook project and head over to the section where we plan to integrate our Figma design. We will start by adding a new module. In the options menu, navigate to other section and select Figma. Here it is. We click on it. Once that's done, we simply follow on-screen instructions. From here, we jump into Figma design. Our mission is clear: bring these crafted Figma frames straight into Corebook. So we start by selecting the frame, opening the plugin shortcut. Since mine is already connected, I go straight to options. Here we can see all the options, but we need to select push to Corebook. A quick glance to how-to guide, also a chance to ensure that real-time update switch is on as it should be, with option to turn off if needed. We copy the link to clipboard and switch back to Corebook. Here we simply have to paste it in, wait a few seconds to load, and voila. Now let's picture a common scenario. Someone from the team suggests adding a logo here. Do we start over? No, not with a Figma plugin. If you kept that switch on, you can now push real-time updates too. But first, let's talk about assets to get that logo in place. We select plugin. We go ahead and import asset from asset library. Here we have a chance to search for the assets we want to work with, or also navigate through the folders easily. I'm going to scroll all the way down as I know where my asset sits. Let's select this one. PNG file and watch me as I resize it and picture exactly where I want it to be. Well, let's keep it here. Now we select frame and head back to plugin to push updates to Corebook. Here we have chance to also, well, here we go, push updates. Here we also have the chance to see those guidelines once again, double check switch is on and push updates. We go back to Corebook. Once that's done, whoops, here we go. We refresh the page and watch the magic happen. Here we see that some fonts actually need to be still synchronized, so we go ahead on them. We can simply connect them or one by one or manage from the global settings. But for this demo purposes, we will leave them as is. Otherwise, it's already fully interactive frame. You as a viewer can copy text up to your preferences. You as an editor can attach files to individual elements separately. Let's actually add attachment to the Figma logo. So we select choose and navigate to the right folder. Select that asset we need. Here we have option to choose. I'm going to go with SVG and give the users a sneak peek before they make a download. For extra touch, let's make it even more interactive with a hover effect. For the right asset, let's jump back into Figma. Select, yep, we upload a hover and jump back to Figma. Here we go. Here we have zoom in a bit, select asset that we want to work with, open plugin shortcuts. Here we go. And export. Here we have option to select also how many assets we want to export or the format of the file. I'm going to stick with one, an SVG, and click on export. With the asset in a place, we can actually double check it together, opening Asset Library and going to Figma Imports. This is where you're going to find the asset. And let's add it as a hover on the top. We select it from the library, recently folder, used folder opens up, and magic happens in preview mode. So now about what the mobile layout. From the module settings, we have two options to select it as a desktop or mobile and follow the same setup as you see here. So again, for that, we go back to Figma, zoom out a bit. Here we go, and open plugins dashboard. Great, new content frame. At this step, we also get a chance to sync those local styles, import colors and typography, as you see here. As next, we have option to choose desktop or mobile. For desktop, if the frame would not be arranged. In our case, I moved the whole frame right away. We go ahead with mobile. We can adjust the height manually or later on with the frame. And voila. So now we have chance to delete those instructions and copy paste content as we picture it. Resizing also those elements. Let me copy those first. Super users probably would know how to speed things up, but please stick with me here as I resize these ones here. Here we go. Let's take the second version as well. Few more clicks, copy paste, resize. All right, a bit bigger. Here we go. All right, so there is a perfect time to also fine tune frame's height as you need. As you can see, I can stretch it out. And we switch back to select the frame. This looks great. And import, push to Corebook. Voila, we go back. My bad. Here we go. Push to Corebook. Make sure to select that frame. Again, sneak peek information for you to feel like a professional. We copy the link and head back to paste it back in. Now it's ready for Corebook. That way, you can also make all the Figma frames directly into your Corebook project. So as for the key takeaways, what we just saw, sync brand fundamentals, typo, and colors. Pull assets directly from your brand asset management into Figma. Export those Figma designs straight into Corebook. Insert Figma content frames seamlessly. And push real-time updates effortlessly. I will want to hear, by the way, guys, which is your favorite as we're going to speak. So the last one, tailor the mobile layout to fit your own vision. All right, guys, the stage is all yours. It's time for your questions. Let me open up a chat and see if something has been already sent in. Feel free to ask them now. I have a few minutes. And by the way, guys, if there will be not that many questions, you still have chance to reach out to me directly afterwards, and we can also hop on one-on-one personal chat, as those are the ones I love the most, right? So let me check. Any questions here? Let's give you a minute. It looks like, again, I did a good job. If there are not that many questions popping up, a lot of information has been passed to you today, guys. All right, here is a question from Josephine. Can I create a separate asset frames in Figma and then push them to Corebook using multi-column grid instead of building the entire page in Figma and sending it over as a single column? Yeah, great question, Josephine. Such a capability is actually already waiting for the next update. So you'll be able to use the Figma in multi-column layout on Corebook. So that will be possible, allowing you to blend it in also with other Corebook modules up to your layout preferences. So stay tuned. Is there more coming up? All right. Let's give it a second. Does exporting to Corebook from Figma have the potential to lose any resolution? No. Thanks for asking, but you shouldn't worry about it. As much as I know, then answer is no. If you run into any technical issues, you know that I'm your go-to, so feel free to reach out and we're gonna help you to get it fixed, or at least find a solution that will provide for such an error, but it shouldn't be a thing to worry about. When you push updates in the file, will the link When you push updates in the file, will it link updates live afterwards automatically? Great question, by the way. You need to push updates. Even though they're real ones, you still have a chance to have that backup for the final touch to push it. As you saw in a demo, you have to click on the button first. But after that, yeah, they automatically will appear on Corebook side after the update is pushed. Here we go. I feel like I need some glasses already. Those questions that you send in, the letters get smaller and smaller. All right, there are more coming up. Can Figma imported assets be downloaded like those added directly into Corebook? So if the question is about assets that you export on Asset Library, or it's about Figma module itself, but if to answer correctly, so can Figma imported assets be downloaded like those added directly into Corebook? Answer is yes, they are the same, with several scenarios how you can download, not download, push them to Corebook or Asset Library. Let's see. Few more questions, guys, and then we need to round this up. Are there more questions coming up? I really can't wait to see you all hands on it and receive those questions in email later on. Oh, here is another one coming. I mean, are you planning new features for this plugin? Yeah, so as I answered at the beginning for the first question, we are planning to also allow you to work with multiple columns, including Figma also in 4-column grid, for example. It is just version 1 of the integration with Figma. So more updates definitely will come. Another one that I have heard is regarding Figma slides. So also those should be soon supported. So yeah, keep eyes for what's new section on Corebook. I'm pretty sure our team is shaping up to keep things interesting. All right. I think we can round this up. Let's go to the next. So it's time to wrap things up. If I missed your question, rest assured, I will follow up via email. Also, if you didn't get a chance, as I said earlier, send it directly to me at loretta@corebook.io, and we will keep the conversation going in the private chat. So that's it for now. Thanks for joining, and keep in mind the designer's duty is to polish the brand and the brand's duty is to shine. Until next time, cheers.